So we get into a fight here. Is it that merchant again, or is it an actual fight? It's an actual fight. Okay. Looks like there's a bunch of dwarves over here. And if memory serves me correct, they all die. So I don't exactly help these guys out too much. I do kill all the guys. I'm pretty sure I go 1v1 versus this ogre, or at least as much 1v1 as I can versus an ogre. I do stun lock him quite a bit, but I think he knocks me over. Wind might heal me, I think, during this fight, just to prevent me from dying. It looks like so. And then Alistair takes aggro, as well as getting attacked or picked up, even. Ah, that's right, my slow-mo from behind tactic to knock down in slow motion. Okay. I didn't know how long that was gonna last. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's a second ogre, which is why all the orcs, the dwarves die, not the orcs. Because there are no orcs, there are only darkspawn, even though they look very similar to orcs. So if I confuse the two, I apologize. I think I steal this kill. Yeah. Then Alistair gets the assassination. 2 assassinations for ogres. I'm not sure if that's like if it's like a pseudo random thing where it's like, oh well, if you kill an ogre, then obviously you're gonna get like a assassination or what. I don't mind. I love tackling ogres. Take that as you will. And I'm pretty sure all we can do now is just walk away. Yeah, it looks like all the other pathways are in the way with rubble. Going back to Redcliffe here. Forgot exactly why. I was looking for the Knight Templar to give Larian potions to, and that's right, he was not home. And I go look for him in the castle. Found out that I missed a few things. I think I loot a few things that I didn't before because I had a full backpack.
I wonder what happened to all the other castles.
Fairly sure there was like a specific area in the castle that I just never looked in. All of this area we've already been through, and we didn't loot all of this before because I think this room had dogs. But before that, a lot of it was I think my backpack was full. That's sort of like the go-to thing. Oh, if I didn't loot shit in here, it's my backpack. Just because it's full, you know? Which seems to be a recurring problem, I'm well aware. I haven't stumbled on that problem quite as much as I have before. I guess I am getting good in the game, or at the game, in a few ways. And by getting good, I mean making sure I have things to loot, and the space to loot things. I'm an expert at the game, some may say.
The Earl's recovery is a boon to the nation.
So I'm not really sure where the Knight Templar is exactly, because he's supposed to be around here somewhere in the castle. I think the small silver ring, I'm fairly sure that's a common item that I can just hand to anyone. It may be specific to Morrigan, if not. Or at least better for Morrigan, if not. There's blank volume and Alistair's mother's amulet. And I think there's someone to talk to in here. The senior enchanter. I don't. He's probably the one to hand the potions off to, but you know, whatever. I'm fairly sure I don't loot anything in this area. Maybe I do. The genealogical history of Warden, who I think is for Win. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned the fact that I do Google a bunch of different things, like locations of certain items, like this still frame still life that I can give to Sten, because I need points with Sten, a lot of points, because he's at currently after this recording session he's I think like 18 or so. And I needed it to be 25 before, in order to start his companion quest. So, I started to play more of this today, and I was recording some, and then the game crashed, and corrupted the recording file.
Yes.
So now I have to go back and re-record everything that I did.
All right.
It's so weird. The game hasn't been crashing like in general throughout the last 130 parts. That I think I'm supposed to give to Alistair as well. But anyway, so I don't think the game has been horribly crashing. I think it's my computer that's starting to poop out on me, which is just not so cool. I'll have to figure out what's going on with it. And the worst part is I did a quick save before it crashed before, and then I completely forgot to save it like I do a full save. So my last save is the safety save back in the camp. So I have to do a lot of it again, which really sucks. It's annoying. It's annoying when games crash. I think it's more annoying when a game that I'm recording crashes, and then I lose the save, or I lose a save file in some stupid way, and I have to repeat the game. Oh, it's like, why game? Please, why you do this? Pretty sure we're about to. I think we already started the Lions meet. No, we haven't. Not yet. Yeah, I think we have. Whatever. Go back to camp, I think. And I think now we start handing out gifts. I'm pretty sure I googled the gifts. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this bajillion times by now. Just to see, like, the appropriate gift to give to people, because I found out that I was wasting quite a few of them. A lot of the rune stones I had to have given to Alistair. Didn't really realize at the time. I didn't put runestone and Alistair together. I assumed Morgan would have preferred that. So Alistair, the first one that I think he was the first one on the list, in the gift section of the Dragon Age Wiki. That's when I found out this.
Really? Wow.
The runestone.
Wow.
I guess because he was a Templar, but I don't know. And then a stone dragon statuette he liked.
Really? Wow. Wow.
And I think the next one is his mother's amulet, or... I mean, that one's obvious because it has Alistair's name in the freaking thing.
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
I found it in the Redcliffe Castle in the study.
Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Maybe you mean more to him than you think, Alistair. God, I feel like Dr. Phil.
I guess you could be right. We never really talked that much. And then the way I left... Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this. The next time I see him, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. Huh. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
I think I wanted to say sorry. Did you say something? But I think we were a friend. Of course I remembered.
I don't know what to say. I'm honored. Thanks again.
I want to be like, I'm sorry, did you say something good? But I didn't want him to take it the wrong way. Although it is Alistair and he does like to make jokes, so... I think here I go with Leliana, and I think the items are the blue satin shoes, and then it's an item for her, which I didn't really put two together, completely like whoosh over my head, and I think that's it.
Oh,
But then she said 100, so it really doesn't really matter. I just want to get out of my inventory. All the bones are for the dog, but I can't get the dog because the DLC is not getting, like, it says that it's enabled, but it won't actually enable, like, it won't let me go to the places in the DLC.
A fine gift. You have
so as I said, Morgan likes to have a lot of jewelry and medallions.
You have my thanks.
I think I keep the Francie scroll. I'm pretty sure. I might give it just one, actually. Oh, thank you, laptop. You are now in this video. You have been acknowledged. Thank you. Good job. Just looking up things. I think the gold mirror is also for her, which I think triggers a conversation. But I'm apparently not going to do it this time. Given this, the silver framed still life. Plus 7. We got a plus 16 approval rating. Woot woot. It doesn't hate my guts. One day, me and Sten will see eye and eye. We'll be like the best of friends. We'll like cruise down the street. So Win wants the books. Plus 10. Wow, that's...
Thank you ever so much.
For that. Oh, fancy scroll for her. Okay.
Thank you ever so much.
I think the wine's also for her.
Oh, marvelous.
And I think that's it. I think now we give the golden mirror back to Morgan, which will trigger a dialogue, as I mentioned. But yeah, hopefully me and Sten can one day be friends, and he doesn't hate my guts. Maybe one day. Probably not, but I would love to think about that. I think there's a way to like get infinite respect with him with the dialogue options. It can get glitched, I think, and you can like just abuse it to get like higher and higher respect, which I may break down and do if I can.
What have you there? A mirror? You could not know it, but I possessed something very similar long ago.
Huh.
I stole such a mirror from a village, and Flemeth was enraged at my carelessness. She destroyed it, much to my dismay. It is incredible that you found one so like it. I am uncertain what to say. You must wish something in return. Certainly.
That's it. I think it's don't be ridiculous as a gift, but I think this is a way to get like relationship started with her.
I should be accustomed to such a thing. I have never received a gift, not one which did not come at a price. I suppose I should say thank you for the gift. 'Tis most thoughtful.
Aw, thank you. I didn't totally look it up and see what you would like. That's a plus 13 to Morgan. It's like, damn. So I think now I have the bones and I have the bracelet and the ring. I think the bracelet and the gemmed ring, or the gemmed bracelet and the small silver ring are common items you can just hand to anyone. There's no major impact. It's not like a plus 6 or plus, 20 bajillion. Although I would love an item that would have plus 20 bajillion for Sten.
You have my thanks.
Yeah, I just gave him like bracelets and rings just because. I would love to give the bones to Sten as well, but he'd probably hate them. So yeah, I think I want to mess around with the DLC, sort of like reinstall them, or uninstall them, reinstall them, see if they're in the right position, because they are being picked up by the game. The game tells me, hey, you've got them enabled, here are the items for these characters, but it won't like open the locations on the map for some reason, which is really frustrating, because it's like, okay, here's this amazing DLC where you can like have 2 new characters in your team. Oh, can I go there? You want to go there? The fuck? It's like game plus game. I'm doing a bunch of assorted selling and buying stuff, and now I'm gonna re-equip stuff. Make sure everyone's got some good items. I think I just re-equipped a helmet for Ogrin. I want to get all the slots, or the rune slots, out of the weapon, and then we are on our way to where I'm not sure. And this is why this is still recorded. The sexton is much later in the game, which I did record a bunch of footage. I got up to all the way into the Landsmeet, and during the Landsmeet, it crashed, and I was like, God, I have to repeat everything from the last safety save, which I think is before this. So, a lot of work I have to go back and redo. Or, yeah, I think it is after, or it's like before this section, which is super annoying. Ugh, it's gonna be a bitch. In theory, I should have probably just stopped recording this and delete this and just re-record everything, but I don't know. Fuck it. It only happened to me yesterday, and I already had this footage like back already. So I think now I head to the Earl of Denham's estate to go save the princess or the queen. I assume that's the queen, not the princess. There is no princess. Queen, what's her face? See, I had most of the lands meat spoiled ahead of time, which, well, I will have a lot of it spoiled ahead of time.